Kia ora hoa ma. On today's video we're going to be turning this humble bottle of sugary drink into a rocket and shooting it up into the air. Now in this video we're going to be using some different materials, and it's important, and I can't stress this enough, that you do this with an adult. Some of the things that we'll be using, we only need 2 ingredients, and one of them you won't be able to buy without a parent's supervision, and I don't recommend that you try this without a parent's supervision. So stick around and I'll show you what's going to happen. So we've got our bottle of delicious goodness there, and we're just going to set him aside, and I'll show you what we're going to do with him in a second. Now what I also need is my beaker. Okay, my beaker is going to come in handy, and the other prime ingredient of our rocket is going to be butane gas. Now butane gas is normally used as a propellant, but also a propellant is what shoots what they put inside links and deodorants, and that's what makes the fragrance come out. But butane is also generally used in camping stoves because it's highly flammable, and that's why I'm going to stress it again, you cannot do this experiment without parental supervision. Because what we're going to be doing is, from my humble can, I'm going to be extracting butane, not as a gas, as a liquid. And we're going to combine the liquid with the Coca Cola, and then I'm going to perform a special action, and that's going to make the two react with each other to shoot the Coke bottle into the air. I hope that makes sense. So the first thing I need to do is I need to either drink or remove some of the Coke down to about the label, probably a little bit more than the label. Okay, so I'm just going to pour some cola out into a cup. I'll be back in 1 second. So I've poured some of my Coke out, and it's just below the label. You can kind of faintly see the shadow of it on the label there. And I've put the cap back on because we need the pressure from the carbon dioxide inside the fizzy drink to stay in there. That's an important element. We don't want to lose that. And then I'm going to get my butane. Now for the butane to come out as a liquid, I'm going to tip it upside down, and then I'm going to use a set of pliers to make the gas come out. Now you've got to be really careful with this. This is something that a parent should do, an adult, not you yourself. Now I'm just going to do that, and it's going to come out as a liquid. Now I want to make quite a lot of it come out, and you've got to be quite careful because it's actually condensing inside the container, because it's normally a gas. And you want to try and be careful not to get too much of it on your hands, because it is cold. It will evaporate. Okay, so I've got quite a bit there, but I need to keep going. Realistically. I want to try and get as much butane out of this can as possible. Now I should be able to get 2 rocket launches out of this can. I've got quite a lot of butane here, but I need to work fast, because the longer I dilly-dally, the more it's going to evaporate and spoil my chances. So if I just show you now, and it's quite a smelly gas too, and they put that smell in there so people don't hurt themselves. Okay, it's making things a bit frosty. So now we're going to go outside and we're going to shoot this off. Okay, so stick around. So I've got my Coke, okay, and I've got my butane. So I'm going to add the butane to the cola, okay, very gently, because I don't want them to react with each other. And what's going to happen in this reaction is that the butane is lighter than the cola, and so when I turn them upside down, the cola is going to explosively expand and remove the Coke. Okay, it's going to force the Coke out. So in order to do that, all I have to do is I'm going to turn it upside down, and it should force the cola out and shoot up into the air. Okay, you ready? 3, I'm a bit nervous about this. 3, 2, 1. Ah, fail. So we've got to go back to the drawing board on this one, I think. It should have gone a lot faster than that. I probably removed too much cola, and I think the cola might not be cold enough. So we'll come back to this one. Okay, back again. The first one was a bit of a failure. And what I think I'd done is I'd removed too much cola and not added enough butane. So I've got a little bit more this time, and I'm going to add it and hope I'm going to try and fill the whole thing. Oh, whoopsie. Now, like I was saying before, the butane is heavier than the Coke. Lighter than the Coke. So it wants to get to the top and expel all the cola as soon as it turns upside down. So in order for it to do that, it's got to force the Coke out. So here we go, second attempt. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. And that's how that's done. So, just like I said, the butane forces out the heavier Coke and shoots up into the air. Now I'm pretty sure if I had colder cola, it would shoot a lot further. There's a bit of a wind today, and if I probably released it a bit sooner, I could get it to shoot higher in the air as well. But if you like this video, hit like. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe. But for now, that's ka kite, and I'll see you next time on Mr. Ashley's place.